So Ben and I went hunting up in North Texas. I was facing in the wrong direction when Ben spied these hogs out in front of us. The wind is in our favor, but it is daylight. He told me to freeze because there was a big boar looking right at us. So as I stood still, he moved off to the side and got his Pulsar Thermion XQ50 going. He's looking at a small group of hogs. By this time I've turned around and I've seen that there's a hog down the road in front of me. And he's gesticulating to me, trying to give me hand signals to tell me that he wants me to shoot my hog first, and that he will shoot when I shoot. And I'm having trouble understanding what he's saying with hand signals, but finally I get it. So I get on my shooting sticks, got my Ire Hunter Mark III, and there's the big hog down at the end of the shooting lane. Now that's not the hog that Ben was talking about. He had seen a big larger one. But I don't know that. I can see the one big hog, and so that's the hog that I'm going to shoot at. And so I'm getting settled. I'm just about ready to go. I know Ben's going to shoot when I shoot. All right, here we go. And very quickly Ben follows up. And I'm scanning looking for hogs. One little piglet runs by, and I don't see anything down my shooting lane. Ben shoots another hog, and all I can see is the corral area. So here's the view from Ben's rifle. He's waiting on me to shoot. Look how quickly this happens. That's amazing. He smartly delivers a follow-up shot. Now he's scanning with his naked eyes, looking over a scope, sees some more hogs have stopped, scans over. Puts a shot into that hog. Now he's not following up with more shots because we're afraid that there are cattle in the woods. There are cattle around us. Here's his shot in slow motion after I shoot. He wasn't anywhere near on target and quickly swung over, clipped the hog, it went down. And then, as I said, smartly delivered a follow-up shot to make sure that it stays down. Well, we followed a blood trail that initially started off looking pretty good for the hog that was wounded. And about 50 to 75 yards into the woods, it was down to just a few little spots, and we lost it at about 100 yards. And this is my partner Ben posing with the two hogs that we downed, and this is the gear that he's running for the night. And I'm going to be running a brand new Lone Star Armory TX15 multi-purpose carbine enhanced that they've graciously loaned to us, and shooting Burger Hybrid OTM 130 grain bullets. The downed hogs are a 150-pound sow and a 110-pound unfarrowed sow. And here you can see where the shot entered just behind the shoulder. New bullets, new rifle. We're going to do some necropsy work. That's where the bullet went underneath the muscle tissue, underneath the scapula, before entering into the chest cavity, breaking a rib in the process, going through a lung, hitting the spine. Part of the bullet coming out of the other side, with two of the pieces of the bullet actually found underneath the skin with the Garrett Pro Pointer AT metal detector. There you can see the exit went through the muscle tissue. And then the two fragments that were recovered. Now these two fragments combined came in at 63.7 grains. The little top cone coming in at 15 grains, and part of the body coming in at 48.7. There you can see that the cone is actually hollow. With more than 10 inches of penetration, this round looks like it's going to do a pretty good job. Well, two properties later, we spied this sounder out there at about 500 to 600 yards. Actually, Ben spied this sounder as we were driving in, so we've gotten out of the truck. And at this point, we're about 500 yards into our stalk. Ben's using the Psionics Aurora to get recording of the stalk. We have a very bright moon at this point. And I'm stopping and scanning here with my Churchicon Ire Patrol. And we're in a low area, and I'm pointing out that the hogs are probably just over this very next rise. So we're getting our shooting sticks out, and we're going to make an ascent on this rise. And as we come over the top, there are all the hogs. At this point, we've come over the top of the ridge. We've stopped. We're scanning to try to get some good situational awareness of what's going on. The wind is blowing from left to right, so that's not a problem. We notice that there are cattle off to the left and there are cattle off to the right of the group. But in the center, all the hogs are fair game. However, the hogs still seem to be a pretty good ways out, and we decide we're going to push forward one more time. Only 10 steps. We make our 10 steps forward, which we're doing right now. Set our sticks down. And if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, I scan over, and I'm looking at this sow. She looks up, and she can see us.
We are spotted.
I tell Ben, she starts grunting an alarm, so I start the countdown.
2, 1.
Which was slightly before Ben was ready. So here we're trying to pick the hogs. As it turns out, we're both focusing on the same hog. And it gets out there at about 220 yards. And Ben finishes it off as I scan for other targets, but I can't shoot because they're all running towards the cattle. Well, a couple minutes later, as we are looking for downed hogs, we've made our approach part way. We spy this one little piglet. Now, I've said this for a long time. Anybody can shoot a great big hog, but it takes a lot more skill to shoot these little pigs, especially when they're on the run. And we've got this little piglet running through the bunch grass. And I figure this is Ben's piglet. I'm just trying to get on scope here in order to get recorded the shot that he's going to make. And Ben is patiently waiting for the piglet to clear the cattle. And in the bunch grass, that piglet's hard to see. I'm probably a good 20-25 yards off to the left of Ben. There in Ben's screen you can see the downed hog that we last shot.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
I confirm that Ben can see the piglet. I scan ahead to make
You're
sure
clear.
the area is clear in front of him. And Ben clips him way out there at 150, 175 yards.
Well, you got him, barely.
And the piglet comes running back. So it's going to cut in front of us right here. We're both going to shoot at the same time. And the piglet goes down.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
The first sow shot came in at 230 pounds and she had farrowed. The shot entered the right shoulder, going through the shoulder blade, and then passing through the rib underneath into the thoracic cavity and then down into the abdominal cavity and was lost from recovery. The second shot entered high on the back just forward of the pelvis, passing through the spine and exiting out the other side with this large wound that you see here. And it apparently had passed through the back strap and had hit the backbone without actually breaking it. For the next picture, Ben figured out it was easier to move the piglet to the boar than the boar to the piglet. So he carried the piglet over. It came in under less than 10 pounds and the boar came in at about 190 pounds. So with the wind blowing like it was and not blowing towards the hogs, how was it that we got busted? Well, Ben has a pretty good demonstration here using the Psionics Aurora to show maybe what the hogs could actually see.
So here's where the first pig dropped. And we're going to look back towards where we shot. Yep. It's a full moon. And she spotted us right there where Brian is. I can't see him with my naked eye. So pigs have very good vision.
3, 2, 1.
Carpe sus, my friends.